Hi, I'm Catherine Evans from Wiki-ed.
Using Dragon Naturally Speaking to transcribe recordings made on a portable device or phone, dictaphone. Wake up. Switch to Dragon Bar. Tools. Transcribe recording. Go to sleep. Going to talk you through this, so I'll do this manually. So you can choose the person who's speaking as yourself from your own profile or as someone else if needs be. You then browse to where your recordings are saved. Mine are in this practice folder, which is actually on my OneDrive. And this is the one I'm going to transcribe. And if you don't change the name and location of the output text file, it's going to save in exactly the same place with exactly the same name. So I am going to change this to save onto my desktop, and I'm going to call it to in True Blue Peter form for our sum I've made earlier. Then need to decide whether or not to check the box that says automatically add commas and periods. If you've dictated to your dictaphone, as in said your punctuation, new line, new paragraph, etc., leave that box unchecked. But if you were just talking, interviewing someone, maybe, then check that box, and it will make it easier to read if those are put in. And then click transcribe. Now, this is quite a lengthy process, even though this is only a 3-minute recording, and you can see there practice 2 has appeared on the desktop. Is greyed out because Dragon is working in the background to fill that file. And here we've got the notice that is transcribing. So we're going to look at one of the files I made earlier. This one is called Practice Chat. This is a file which was me chatting very much to the dictaphone. It's now saying that he's got a problem because of running Dragon and Word, but we're not too fussed about that. We'll leave Dragon alone for this. So Practice Chat is me talking about how Dragon works and what kind of software Dragon is. What I'm going to do is I'm also going to play you the audio file so that you can hear how it comes out. So this is the audio file for this document, I think.
What kind of software is Dragon? Dragon is...
So it is the right one, and it started off with what kind of software is Dragon. Now, at this point, you could use Dragon to fix your problems, but Dragon is busy in the background, and that noise means it's finished the one it was doing. So what kind of software is Dragon? Dragon is dictation software. Dragon was there twice, so I can go through and I can add to it. But this, if you read through it, does make sense mostly. I'm going to move this out of the way for a moment. Does mostly make sense. It might minimize your use of the mouse and keyboard. If you listen back to the file, you hear that I wasn't that clear. I was trying to talk like I was being a bit chatty. I'm just going to move that recording on a little bit and press play again so you can hear that.
And to write them down, speak them rather than think them, verbalise them. Other reasons people might want to use Dragon is they might be doing something like this and speaking into a dictaphone, which would mean that they could actually have a file where they...
So as you can see, there are some errors, not that many. What we're going to do now is I'm going to close this one down. I'm going to show you one more before we go back to the one we've just done. And the one I'm going to show you now is one where I was actually dictating properly. So this one is called Practice Dictation. With this one, I didn't use the automatic commas and periods, and I will pull up the audio as well.
Dictating punctuation is really easy, comma. For most punctuation, you just say the name of what you want, full stop. The exception to this is quotation marks, where the commands are open quotes, not so obvious, close quotes. See how they work? Question mark.
So again, as you can see, there are a couple of mistakes. I mean, that should say, but it's got the bit including all the formatting, and that's what we want to say. So finally, let's look at the file that's just been saved, and I'll show you the easiest way to edit this as well. I'll show that one. So when your transcription is complete, your file is on the desktop, just there, and you get to choose how to open it. I'm going to open it in Word, and if I click done, it will now open up my file. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make it easier for me to work with, because I actually can't read it that easily looking like that. So wake up. Wake up. Select all. Double space that. Set size 14. Select all. Set size 14. There we go. Go to sleep. Right, and I'm again going to open up the file so you can hear. There's something particularly interesting about this particular file, and that is this file here. You'll soon realise why it's interesting. This is my file on list.
Right, what do we need to do this afternoon? I need to contact a client via email and text, I think.
So as you can hear, Radiohead were playing quite loudly on the radio, but I can change this as we go. But as I'm talking to you, I will go with the keyboard, so it missed the word and it's lawyer instead of client, but it was competing with radio, hey. But it's not done a bad job. You're never going to get it perfect, but with a little bit of editing, it's still going to save you an awful long time over typing up notes from meetings, etc.
I'm Catherine Evans from Wiki-ed. Please subscribe if you want to see more videos on assistive technology. And if you want to find me on social media, search for Wiki-ed Essex.